singing silly songs. I'm sorry I was gone, but look, I made you some content. Daddy made you your favorite.
Bo Burnham. It's Bo-Yo. YouTube comedy musician turned, well, he's still a comedy musician. Bo was first introduced on YouTube in early 2007 where, okay, you know, like, I don't want this video to be another biography on yet another celebrity, and no, it's not because I'm lazy. Okay, maybe a little bit. I'm a little lazy. Bo Burnham is easily one of my favorite comedians and has served many young comedians and YouTubers, like myself, as sort of an idol. But when I saw that he had released a new Netflix special on May 30th of this year, obviously, I was incredibly surprised. I had not heard anything about any upcoming projects from Bo since his last Netflix special, Make Happy, which was by far not only one of the funniest comedy specials, sorry John Mulaney, but also one of the most engaging and explorative comedy concerts that my dumb little brain has ever seen or comprehended. Not only easily balancing humor and music, but also providing some actual bangers like Country Song and Can't Handle This, which is basically a Kanye-inspired rant.
I have a huge amount of trouble fitting my hand inside of a Pringle can. I can get my hand like 4 inches into the can, but then I have to tilt the can into my mouth.
I got the lettuce if I knew it wouldn't. Would I get the cheese if I knew it wouldn't? Would I get the peppers if I knew they wouldn't? Man, I wouldn't have got half of it alive.
And I know that it sounds like I'm jerking Bo off here, and maybe I am. I did see quite a bit of his penis in the new special, and I can't say that I want it at this point. Maybe he bought me dinner first, I don't know. Anyways, the latter song was being way grossly over-speculated for being a statement on Bo Burnham's own mental state at the time. The song was picked apart so much in fact that Bo had to come out and say something along the lines of, and I am paraphrasing here, just want to point that out, why is it when I make a silly joke, it's just a joke, but when I make a more serious joke, it's taken as, oh, this is the real him. This must be how he really feels. When the reality is that they are all just jokes with no deeper meaning. Which I can fully respect and understand. I think, and this is no philosophical revelation and more of a cliche honestly, comedy is subjective, meaning that at the end of the day, just because someone doesn't find a certain perspective funny or hilarious, does not mean that it's not. The biggest and harshest example I always give from my perspective on comedy is that you can't laugh at a Titanic joke, but get mad at a 9/11 joke. Yes, one may appear worse, but both events involve the loss of human lives. If you laugh at the Titanic, you are laughing at the lives lost, which is no different than 9/11 and the people who died there. It's insanely hypocritical. There are obvious boundaries that shouldn't be pushed with jokes, and mostly when it stems from a direct person being made fun of. Again, that is just my perspective. So why do I synchronize my perspective with Bo's paraphrase quote? Because he's right. Why is it when he makes a joke about Pringle can sizes being too small, it's hilarious, but when he makes a joke about his declining mental health, it's no longer a joke? So, I agree with Bo, but that was until I watched his latest special, Inside.
Sako, we were just talking about the world and how it works.
Boy, that sounds complicated.
Do you have anything you'd want to teach us about the world?
Don't you know the world is built with blood and genocide and exploitation?
The entire special was shot and recorded from within what I'm assuming is his studio at the start of quarantine in California. This special perfectly captures what we were all feeling at the start of all this shit and the chaos and fear we were all feeling when we had no idea what was going to happen. Bo Burnham captured quarantine and made it into a special. And I will explain why. Or I won't. Bye. Stay woke. Obviously, I'm going to explain. Come on, guys. The start of the special was filled with super funny songs like White Girl's Instagram.
Or am I looking at a white woman? A white woman's Instagram. White woman.
And relevant bits like Inside, social media marketing. The Inside bit was by far my favorite because the entire bit was a parody of all these major companies putting out advertisements during quarantine. I fucking loathed anytime I heard Levi's jeans saying, during these uncertain times. Or Burger King saying that we all need to stand together as a human race. The reality of which was that these companies were just saying, hey, we know this sucks right now and you're all pretty scared, but please don't stop buying our products. We want money. And Bo's sketch perfectly captures that. And Bo perfectly captures what we were all feeling at the start of lockdown as well. Like, we were all nervous, but still having a bit of fun, right? Like, how often do we just get to stay at home? And yes, I am aware this does not apply to everyone. I may be projecting a bit from personal experience since I was jobless for 2 months. Though I do believe a lot of people were, in a sense, relieved to not have to work for a bit, much like myself. But much like quarantine, Ensign turns a little, chaotic and slowly dips into, holy shit, can I leave my fucking house, please? The sketches and songs transfer over to a bit of unpredictability and lack of structure, with some of the songs and bits not even finishing or hitting the punchline. Turning 30 kicks off the slow decline of what it felt like to be locked inside, and how Bo also felt being locked inside and the fears that came along with that. Bo sits in his room with a clock being beside him. Bo discusses what it's like to be turning 30 in quarantine, alone and away from people. As the clock hits 12, Bo turns 30 and then sings a song about turning 30 and then getting older and how he is no longer a part of the younger generation. The song ends with him saying he wants to kill himself at 40. This now bleeds into a video of Bo telling the audience that if they are experiencing suicidal thoughts, that they should not kill themselves. While being an obviously serious topic, he makes some light of it by telling the audience to just... And while it is funny at first, the video cuts to Bo watching the video himself, telling himself not to kill himself. Now, it's super easy to speculate at this point that Bo has or had issues with suicidal thoughts, and that quarantine definitely did not help. Now, I can speak for myself and myself only that yes, quarantine and being out of work and sitting at home watching anime and playing Xbox while jerking off in between those two things did in fact lower my mental well-being. I know, fucking shocker of the century. I know. It was just dark though. Like, I wasn't alone all the time. I did have my fiance, but she was working long hours because she was fortunate enough to find a job. So I was alone for at least 10 to 12 hours of the day. And no, this isn't look at how sad I was. Don't look at the sad woke boy over there begging for attention. It's about a mutual feeling that I think many people, me, Bo Burnham, and thousands felt during this period of 2020. So like I said, the skits get shorter and a little less thought out. The biggest standout is when he does stand-up between bits and songs. The stand-up at this point in time in the special makes no sense, as it is about a pirate and how pirate maps are always dirty and hard to use.
Make this map and expect me to carry it around the globe as I search for your treasure, then laminate it.
It's super obscure, nonsensical observational humor. And yes, I do feel pretty pretentious just saying that out loud. Anyways, then we have a stand-up act interrupted by a song about Jeffrey Bezos, you know, that guy with all the money and Amazons. The song was short and just saying Bezos' name followed by,
You did it, Jeffrey Bezos, Jeffrey Bezos, Jeffrey Bezos. Congratulations.
Now we get to the end, the last 25 minutes or so. I was going to take this time to discuss the song Funny Feeling, but honestly it's just a social commentary on companies and pop culture manipulating audiences into thinking they are still relevant, and ends with Bo saying, "This is the end." Which is up for interpretation, I think. Is it the end of his life? Is it the end of the pandemic? Or is it the end of social commentary? I don't know, and I will pretend to know. Although most of this video has been me pretending to know what message Bo Burnham is delivering in the special. Because he has in the past done songs and specials before about finding deeper meanings in vague messages, which is what I truly thought was happening until this point. This wasn't the end of the special, but I think it should have been, personally. That's just me. Bo sits once again in his room alone, as he has done this entire fucking special. He attempts to talk about how he's been working on this special for over a year now. This is when the lines of what is real and what is acting becomes kind of obscured and blurred in a way. As he mentions, it's been a year. And he gets up, he screams, and he storms off, knocking over his equipment on the way out. So cut to Bo staring at the screen with his camera behind him as he cries. with the slow fade in of non-existent crowds cheering. This moment was just so well earned and somber that I began to feel what he was feeling. And this is possibly just a commentary on Bo missing being in front of an audience and missing the human interaction he has while performing shows in comedy. Continuing the depressing notes, we get what should have been the final song, as it's just so damn relatable to content creators like myself. I also want to mention this is some of the most inspiring editing of a video during the song. It's just so simplistic yet so visually appealing to watch. The song itself, Hands Up, is about Bo spending 5 years away from the spotlight and away from touring and comedy and everything else to work on not only his performance but more importantly his declining mental health. And just as he was ready after years, as he was feeling happy enough or well enough, as he was getting the confidence back that he had lost, 2020 said fuck no. Just no. Much like a lot of plans for a lot of people everyone had for 2020. The plans, the aspirations, the goals, loved ones just were taken at the drop of a hat. The mental strain we all as people have felt last year was detrimental at the minimum. I don't want to take time to talk about all the bad shit that happened, but rather end this video on a much more inspiring note, because at the end of this special, that's what I really felt. Inspired not only as many persevering humans did during these unprecedented times, but as a content creator. Watching this special has lit a fire under my fat ass to stop making these half-assed videos that I've been pushing out. I get so caught up in what videos I think will get more views that I lose the creativity in the process, and I know so many other small YouTubers out there can relate to this issue. There is no doubt about that. That we just all focus on what's trending and what's popular as opposed to what makes us as creators. Seeing one man put everything on the fucking line, his physical appearance, his emotions, his most darkest and intimate moments, and then not only to write this, but also produce, direct, edit, and visually stage design. This entire production has just been, for lack of words, fucking inspiring. Like, for fuck's sake, man, I was about to push out a song today that wasn't good. I was going to throw it out there on my channel because I said I was going to do it today. I said that last week, and here we are today, and I don't want to release that hot garbage right now. I want to give you guys a fucking video worth watching, a video that you can show your friends or whoever the fuck, because genuinely you liked it, and maybe just fucking maybe this video was kind of about me, just a little bit. I give a lot. I try to give a lot. I pretend I give a lot to this channel. And the sad reality of which is that I've just been putting out just ridiculous things. Things that fucking honestly just sucked. So many times I went back through my channel so many times I went through my videos on my channel and I watched them and I just genuinely feel nothing. Like I know I said what I said just so I get a reaction out of something, or to be controversial, or to just be crass for crass sake, I guess. Which, I mean, I am kind of like that in person, I'll be honest here. It sucks though. It sucks that I pushed out so much ridiculous shit over the past year and a half. And I'm gonna turn on my camera now so you can get a good look at me right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to so many people who have watched my content over the year and a half that I've been on YouTube. I'm sorry that it wasn't good enough for you people. I'm sorry that it wasn't good enough for you guys. I'm sorry that I belittled your intelligence by showing you this unscripted, underdeveloped mess that I've been just forcing out there. I have fun doing this still, but I haven't the past couple of videos. I mean, I love doing woke or joke reviews. I mean, that's top tier for me. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I've sucked lately. I'm going to do my best from now on. Stay woke.